shocked me because your angle was pretty aggressive. And I was a little harder on you than I thought. As I really broke the film down, I loved your angle. For how tall you are, the only thing is we got to keep your head from popping up. Once we get through those things, we're good. So we're going to get that really aggressive warm-up. Literally take about 8 to 10 minutes to get everything warm because we're going to actually do full sprints. Like, I need you like traveling. We're going to travel at least 40 yards. So get warm, get the motor going, and we're going to get out today.
Lift first, lift first. Get the knee over the belly button and then kick out.
We don't want to get our we don't want our arm to drift away.
Don't be so stiff, baby. What'd your girl tell you? You that stiff right now? You did that.
Like, loosen up, man.
Loosen, baby. Oh, you gotta wiggle it out or something, dog.
Good,
Come on, man. You gotta have some kind of little style, little steal. K-Dub getting way better at this. Let me tell you.
Crazy, man.
K-Dub been working at this. That's you, K-Dub.
Sleeper, man. I'm gonna call
it
him.
Must be the retainer.
Call him NyQuil.
Start wearing them things.
Sleeper, man. K-Dub, you wear a retainer? I knew you was from the suburbs. K-Dub from the suburbs. He got a retainer.
Hey, I
look,
know
my teeth crooked. My mama couldn't afford no retainer.
No. Boy, you don't wear these. Sebastian, what you doing, dog? Come on, bro.
All I care about is torque from the front shoulder.
Outside one.
All I care about is torque from the front shoulder.
Right, left.
The front shoulder is
And
where
then
you
right
generate
feet.
all your force.
Get in the pattern.
That
You all
front
right?
shoulder
Right,
swing is where
left,
you get paid.
Left, right, right, left, left, right.
You lift, start to snap your elbow up at 90 degrees towards the sky and feel that torque in your front shoulder. We're doing rolling starts. Well, not rolling starts, falling starts, forgive me. Falling start is you get heavy on the ball of your feet. Keep your feet slightly more narrow than natural gait. Slightly more narrow than natural gait. All right? Get that really, really aggressive 45-degree lean. As soon as you feel like you cannot withstand it any longer, because I want your body at a very aggressive angle. As soon as you feel like you can't stand it, that's when you fire. And I just want those aggressive steps until you get to these first set of cones. All right? Essentially 10 yards. I want to see you get out for 10 yards. Ready? That's good. All right. That angle is what we need. Now, just lean into me. Without the leg. Keep your core tight. Now drive your knee up. Now get your arm engaged. Awesome. Elbow in the back. I need that angle when you first get out, when you're lean. I need that aggressive 45-degree lean. Okay? Trust yourself to get the lift so you can strike the ground hard and go. Trust yourself. Give it that one extra second, but try your best not to dive the heel down. Okay. All right? I believe you can do it. Man, somebody better say I'm a good coach.
Oh, you got good coach.
Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy out there. Hey, man, we have fun out here, man. Y'all need to come get
Hey,
with us.
that look good.
That was
boy.
so good. You have to hold your posture height. Hold your posture up here for as long as you can. Keep your core tight. Keep your chin down. Your eyes should never come up before you cross that blue. So look, let's really over-exaggerate that first one. As we hear, I want like, because that first foot that drives out is the one that generates the force to actually throw you where you need to go. Remember, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if I bring my knee up and strike it into the ground with like 200-300 pounds of force, that first step is going to provide me with 200 to 300 pounds of force. And that allows me to traject my body downfield. So it's not about necessarily how far you can reach out. The goal is to lift, strike the ground directly underneath your hip, keep that 45-degree lean, and nice aggressive arms. Pop, pop. Those first two, I want pop, pop, and slice the material on the side of your shorts. I want to actually see that for now. We're going to exaggerate that. Just to keep your hands internal and not get these external arm swings. Is that clear, men? All right. By definition, speed training is not lateral. You can't do anything lateral and say that it's speed training. Speed training is linear, and it's more than 20 to 30 to 40 strides, yards worth of strides. Okay? A really successful 40-yard dash, if you can run a successful 40-yard dash in, I want to believe it is 20, no. First of all, if you can run a 40 in 18 strides, however you get there, it's a 4.3.
18 strides.
18 strides, because you're just covering that much ground per stride, right? That's going to hit 4.3 something, right? This is what was originally taught to me in 2004, and it was not proven wrong. There was about 6 guys on campus at USC who could do it. I was not one of them. But everybody that ran it in 18 and a half to 19 strides, they all ran 4.3 something. So what it taught us was, right then and there, I realized that speed wasn't just about how fast I could go, but it was about how much space I could cover per stride, how much ground I could cover. And if you can get there in 18 strides or so, bam, 4.3. So watch all the combines on YouTube and figure out which dudes ran 19 strides, 21 strides, and etc. Because I ended up being able to run my 40 in 20 and a half strides, and I ran a 4.35, right? So I don't know where I made up, or I don't exactly understand the full translation, but we got to get our 40s under 22 strides. You're going to get good money if you can do that. So with that understanding, I want you not to focus on trying to move so fast, but literally just recruit great power with every step and finish your arm swing with every stride. Okay, man? Now, in our stance, here's what we do. We're going to use this white line as our marker. If you push off of your left foot, if you're a right-handed athlete and you accelerate off of your left foot, I want you to put your left foot on the line first. This is called a kick slide technique. Kick the heel of your front leg, slide in a straight line lateral with your back foot into natural gait. And remember, natural gait is the space between our feet when my feet are hip width apart and my toes are perfectly straight. This is natural gait. Then slide back and even your front foot out with the back foot and repeat. Kick, slide out. Try your very best to create a straight line with the back heel and the front toe. Now that I have my spacing and I'm in natural gait, my back foot cannot move ever again. If it moves, you've broken the integrity of this technique. I want you to dive your knee straight down. Treat this like an elevator. Elevator goes straight down. Now automatically that puts me in a loaded position. This is loaded and all my weight is heavy on this front leg. I take my hand, my fingertips, just like my razor blade technique, and I pinch down and create these train tunnels right here. You want to visualize like a train can go through the tunnel. My arms are slightly outside of my knees. My chin is down, my shoulders are relaxed, but slightly rolled forward, so to create an aerodynamic angle. All my pressure is heavy on my front leg, and I'm totally relaxed. When I slice my hand, notice my train tunnel can easily turn into a razor blade. And that's why we do a train tunnel technique. I don't want flat foot, flat hands, or palms rotated outwards or frontwards. Give me the train tunnel so that transitions into this. Does that make sense, men?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Once I'm relaxed, I roll up. My chin is down. My behind is slightly arched upwards, and I'm creating an aerodynamic angle, and all of my weight is on my front foot. I take my front hand of my front leg out and I hide it. I do not hold it up here, because as soon as you move that, you're gonna get the clock. Hide it here so no one can see it. And my first movement, I swipe this and shoot this at the same time. And I go forward with that technique. I swipe and dive. I jump and dive out. All right? Heavy on the front foot. Jump and dive. Now start to get up. How'd you feel about his acceleration?
It picked up.
It picked up right there, right? That's what this zone is. This blue to that blue is your drive phase. That's where you're revving up the engine. You're trying to get up to top end. As soon as you cross that first set of blues, I should see you slowly and gradually start to raise up, and now you're into your top end speed. Like this is just your drive phase, or your acceleration phase essentially. Drive out. Once you hit those blue cones, you should be at maximum speed and top end acceleration, knees, everything, technique is perfect. Your chin is slightly up, not aggressive. You don't want to be wind resistant. You want to still maintain an aerodynamic chin angle with your eyes 45 degrees up to your chin tucked in so that air can roll off of you. And you're here just powering through the arms with good lift. Don't start to decelerate as you feel the cone. Don't press it. Don't press to get there. Just continue to power out like that. Those cones aren't even there and